right, what's up, everybody? We are live. It is Saturday night. We are back to being live after being pre-recorded the last couple weeks. Here on the When Tunes Combine YouTube channel. This is another draft, part 7 of probably 104 for the animated Anarchy series. Of course, I am your host, Dutchy, joined as always by MoneyE.
What up?
Shawn is back with us.
Hello.
And of course, our wild card Dave.
Let's go.
So, all right, got a lot to get to, so we're going to make this very brief. We have the next part of the draft of the animated Anarchy series. Before we get into that, go ahead and I'll explain a little bit as to what we're going to do once we get done drafting everything. This animated Anarchy series, it's a 25-match season, which means all cartoons that are in this, by the way, 244 of them, 61 people have divisions, 4 cartoons in each division. 25-match season, each cartoon is going to have 25 matches. They're going to have 5 categories. Now, we have 11 categories to choose from, so it's always going to interchange. Your categories that we're going to be picking from and doing: theme song, animation style, originality, character development, voice acting, memorable moments, merchandise, humor, cultural impact, fan base, and overall enjoyment. All right. It's going to be 5 categories, for each battle. So it's a best of 5. If a cartoon sweeps a cartoon, they get 30 points. If the battle ends 3-1, you get 20 points. If the battle ends 3-2, you get 10 points, and your opponent gets 5.
Okay.
All right. And we're going to have 2 programs that we're going to be doing. Of course, our live Saturday night show, and then another show that is going to be taped and aired during the week. Of course, I don't know which, but they're going to be called Animated Hour of Power and Animation Show or Animated Showdown. So I haven't decided which one's going to air yet. I'm kind of waiting to make the first matches until we kind of have a better idea of who's been drafted to what. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull up. Eric, how do I share the screen again?
What?
How do I share the screen again? Oh, never mind. I think
Little monitor icon.
The monitor?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's right in the middle.
All right, I got it.
Yep.
Thank you, Shawn, even though I asked Eric.
I got you, Big Daddy.
No, I thought you said I got it.
Well, he did. I helped him. I'm just kidding.
All right, share. So, all right. Everybody see the wheel?
Yep.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do now is we're going to pull a name out of the hat. And the first person we are drawing for here is a gentleman by the name of Neil Thompson, longtime friend of mine. Was once...
You said Neil Thompson?
Neil Thompson, yep. Longtime friend of mine. At one time, and Shawn, you know this, at one time he was in a relationship with my sister.
Yep.
But then he made parole. And somebody else is serving his life sentence right now. Just kidding. Just kidding. Lovely girl. All right.
Damn.
So, all right. So now we'll go ahead and we will start the 5-minute countdown. Here we are. And let's get the first spin. See who he gets. I got to try to remember exactly all 4 cartoons when I go to write this down. All right, he's gonna like this Star Wars droid. Now we're gonna go ahead. Got a 5-minute timer set up. So I'm just gonna spin the wheel 4 times, and then whatever time we have left, that's when we'll discuss everything. I forgot to mention that. I mentioned it off camera, but not on camera. Star Wars droids. First one taken for Neil Thompson here in the Animated Anarchy series. Next up, he's going to have Phineas and Ferb. All right. 2 interesting ones. Star Wars droids, Phineas and Ferb for Neil Thompson. And then the next one is going to be, oh, here we go. Oh, he got the Rick and Morty anime. Not regular Rick and Morty, but Rick and Morty the anime. All right. Star Wars droids, Phineas and Ferb, and Rick and Morty the anime for Neil Thompson in the Animated Anarchy series. And his fourth is going to be Timon and Pumbaa. So, all right. Star Wars droids, Phineas and Ferb, Rick and Morty the anime, and Timon and Pumbaa. Now, here's the big question. All right, as we have 3 minutes and 8 seconds left that we can discuss this, or however long we decide to use. Hakuna Matata, Timon and Pumbaa saying means no worries. But how worried should he be with his team? Anything that stands out? Anything good? Anything bad? Anything indifferent?
I think it's a strong team.
Yeah, Star Wars is pretty exciting to watch.
Star Wars droids is a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, Rick and Morty, the anime is just like Rick and Morty, the regular show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
which is pretty entertaining
pretty
too.
good.
I like Rick and Morty.
I mean, he almost got Rick and Morty, by the way. They were right next to each other.
Yeah, the only thing different between the two is one's anime.
I get that. I'm just saying is that he almost got
the. I don't know if the story is any different. It might, I know, they don't repeat the episodes. It's all newer episodes, but same timeline.
So, all right, 2 Disney shows: Phineas and Ferb and Timon and Pumbaa.
Hulu, Shawn?
The what?
I think he's asking where you can find the Rick and Morty anime.
Hulu, I believe. Pretty sure it's on Hulu.
Okay, so 2 Disney shows, or 3 shows that you can technically find on Disney Plus, because that's where Star Wars Droids is, because Disney owns the rights to Star Wars.
Dave, check your phone.
Shawn, no inappropriate pictures while we're recording a PG show.
No, I just shared something to him.
All right. So we think that this is a decent enough team.
Yeah, I think it's got some sleepers in it. I think he's got the hidden sleeper team.
Right.
I think his team's pretty rounded.
All right,
Well-rounded.
division winner is going to be what? Or that we think right now?
Probably Ricky and Morty.
Probably Rick and Morty.
I'm going to go with Star Wars.
All right. I mean, I'm going to say obviously I'm a Lion King fan, so Timon and Pumbaa you shouldn't really sleep on either.
Yeah.
You
Lion
can't
King.
you shouldn't really sleep on any of them. But I mean, we'll see. But yeah, this is kind of an underrated sleeper team that he got, which I got about 18 seconds till I can actually write this down, but because I don't want to exit out of the timer here. But so all right, so he's got Star Wars droids, Phineas and Ferb, Timon and Pumbaa, Rick and Morty the anime. All right, so that was a nifty button there. All right, we'll take you out for a second so then I can write down Neil Thompson's team here. Now, for anybody that didn't see the PSA the other day that I did on Facebook, which is what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do from now on is I will draft some teams during my little PSAs that I do because we are trying to get this thing, done. But depending on how many teams we have left to draft after tonight's episode.
Okay.
Let's see. Timon and Pumbaa, and then Rick, and Morty, the anime. All right, so that is Neil Thompson's team for the animated Anarchy series. Probably as Dave said, probably a sleeper team. We'll see exactly how they do, and it also depends, too, guys, on what they're matched up against. You would probably agree with that, right?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. It always depends who you're matched up against.
Yeah.
And the categories picked. I mean, that's even a bigger I feel, than who you're matched up against. Also the categories. And
That's a
which
very
year.
good point, Dave. Why we keep you around. All right. Next person whose name I have drawn, a friend of somebody that Eric and I used to hang out with all the time, John Mealy. John Mealy will have his team drafted next for the Animated Anarchy series. There are 100 shows left up on the board. We'll see who he gets. Let me start the timer. And here we go. First spin, first draw for John Mealy in the Animated Anarchy series. All right, Super Mario Brothers Super Show.
Nice.
Super Mario Brothers Super Show off the board. One of the more catchy theme songs. But Super Mario Brothers Super Show off the board. His second draw is
You
going
would be
to
happy
be...
with that.
He should be happy with that. My opinion, he should be really happy with this. G.I. Joe Real American Hero. I will get more into this when we are done with the draws.
Okay.
Because there is a very important note that I do have to share about that. But again, we have a couple minutes here. We got to... All right. Oh, here we go. Nope. All right, what do we got here? Men in Black, the animated series. Men in Black. All right, so Super Mario Brothers Super Show, G.I. Joe Real American Hero, Men in Black, the animated series so far for John Mealy in the Animated Anarchy series. That will be his division. And
That's
then,
not bad.
yeah, kind of jealous. Not of this one. New Kids on the Block. All right. So, 3 minutes and 24 seconds left to discuss this. All right.
That's
Super
probably
Mario
his
Brothers.
weakest one.
Huh?
That's probably his weakest one. Is new Kids on the Block.
I can guarantee you that it is. 15 episodes and only aired. But it happened to be one of my favorite cartoons when I was a kid. That's why I put it on the board. Super Mario. Huh?
The Super Mario one, top tier.
Super Mario Brothers
Yep.
Super Show, Men in Black, the animated series, G.I. Joe Real American Hero, New Kids on the Block. Now, here's the thing about G.I. Joe Real American Hero. There's all right, and Shawn, I was kind of telling you this last week. I don't know if you remember it or not.
Probably not.
I mean, I was going to give you the benefit of the doubt, but even if you did remember it, I was still going to bring it up anyway. G.I. Joe Real American Hero first started in 1983. ran till 1986. It got brought back in 1989 because the whole thing was started by Hasbro because Hasbro was making G.I. Joe action figures. And they wanted a cartoon to support that, so they had something to advertise these action figures during. So they came up with G.I. Joe Real American Hero. Well, in 1989, the show had been off for 3 years, but they decided to make more figures. So they brought the show back from 1989 to 1992. But so what we are going to do is we are going to basically, when talking about this show, we're going to basically do it. We're going to consider it all one because technically it is the same thing. Like the second series is a continuation of the first, just has a couple of different characters. But we're basically going to combine it as one, for this series and basically discuss like both runs, but kind of just talk about them as one.
Okay.
So
Where can you find that?
Mainly there are episodes on YouTube. I don't know if it's anywhere else. You'd have to look it up, but I know I've seen multiple episodes on YouTube. There might even be collections on YouTube.
Roger.
All right. Super Mario Brothers Super Show, Men in Black animated series, New Kids on the Block, G.I. Joe Real American Hero. What stands out? What looks like it's gonna, what could be the sleeper? What could be the division winner? You guys got about 36 seconds to tell me that.
Sleeper could be a G.I. Joe.
Yeah, I would agree. G.I. Joe.
And Super
I
Mario
have no knowledge of New Kids on the Block, so.
Yeah, true. I have no knowledge of New Kids on the Block at all.
New Kids, as I said, is the weakest.
5.
No, you can't.
Why do you think that, Eric? Why do you think that? Have you watched it?
Eric, you got 7 seconds to answer.
No, I'm just saying, because the other three I know, I don't really know New Kids.
Okay.
If you can't know it, then you can't put it down and say it's going to be the worst.
So, all right. Do you guys know who New Kids on the Block are?
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
boy band back in the
Okay.
day, right?
This
With
cartoon was
Wahlberg.
based on them.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the Wahlbergs, wasn't it?
Well, Donnie
Wahlberg. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Who's the guy that plays in Blue Bloods?
yeah.
Yep.
And this upcoming fall season, Boston Blue.
Hmm.
But yeah, so basically the cartoon was based off of them.
Roger.
But
Okay.
I mean,
Should
yeah,
be interesting.
It
should be interesting.
Yeah. I'm interested to see, like, you guys watch, because I watched an episode for the first time like a few weeks ago. So I'm interested to see what you guys think, especially when we have to discuss it in a battle. All right. So, all right. John Mealy's team, Super Mario Brothers Super Show, G.I. Joe Real American Hero, Men in Black animated series, New Kids on the Block. And then let's go ahead, draw the next name here. We're going rapid fire because we want to get through as much as possible here. And the next name, I cannot read upside down. All right, I work with this gentleman. He is Mike Burns. Mike Burns, a gentleman that I work with who has been waiting patiently for the last few weeks for his name to be drawn. And he has also tried to slip me some money to make sure that he gets either South Park or Batman. I have turned him down. So, all right.
You shouldn't have said that until after his whatever.
I said I turned him down.
Yeah.
Good man. Way to stay loyal to the integrity of our show.
Exactly. And he knows I would joke around about that anyway. All right.
Yep.
Starting the clock, and now starting the spin. Mike Burns' first show for the for his division in the animated Anarchy series, and we're going anime.
Something funny he got.
Samurai Champloo. So, Dave, hold tight on this. Of course, I'm going to be coming to you after we do the draws here. All right, so second anime taken off the board tonight. So Mike Burns will have an anime, Samurai Champloo. I am pretty sure I butchered the name, but we'll talk about that later. Oh boy, Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa. All right, that is his second draw, Samurai Champloo. Or Dave, do you want to correct me real quick so I can start saying it right?
I think it's called Champloo as well. Champloo.
Okay.
I'm not too sure. I haven't watched this one myself, so
right.
I'm not too sure on its pronunciation.
Okay. All right. The third spin for Mike Burns in the animated Anarchy series, Samurai Champloo, Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa, and now, he was close. It looked like it was gonna be South Park, but it is Steven Universe instead. So, all right, Samurai Champloo, Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa, Steven Universe, and rounding out Mike Burns' team is going to be another anime. Dave, I'm going to let you pronounce this.
Inuyasha.
Yep, Inuyasha.
Inuyasha.
I'm surprised you knew that, Shawn.
You just break it down. In-you-ya-sha.
Oh.
Yep.
Inuyasha.
Great work. Great work.
You
Bro.
just kind of say it like angrily. Inuyasha.
All right, so Inuyasha, Samurai Champloo, Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa, and Steven Universe. All right, we got 2 minutes and 44 seconds to discuss here. All right, what do we think?
Well, Inuyasha is going to be a pretty good one for this group, I believe.
I'll say the samurai just because the word samurai.
Okay.
Inuyasha is an underrated show, I believe.
It's
It's about Inuyasha is about humans and demons battle over like a jewel, which is said to grant any wish. So like Inuyasha himself's like a half demon, and then Samurai Champloo. I'm not too sure about on this show, but it's about an outlaw. He arrives in a town, and it's pretty much all I know about it.
Okay. Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa, I can fill in the blanks. It's Ninja Turtles, but cows in a Wild West town.
oh wow,
Interesting.
So
interesting.
find it on YouTube. Steven Universe, very popular show in the 2000s from what I remember. I've never actually seen an episode, so it'll be interesting. I think Cartoon Network, right? Is it Cartoon Network or Disney?
Not 100% sure.
All right. So Dave thinks that Inuyasha is going to kind of rule this division, which he's supposed to think that because I brought him on to put over the anime. So what do you guys?
My anime,
huh?
I do love my anime.
Yeah, exactly, and that is one of your jobs is to put over the anime, so we can actually look forward to watching it. But what do we think? So, do we agree with Dave that Inuyasha could be the division ruler here? Do we think that like some of the other cartoons might be sleepers?
Samurai Champloo might be a sleeper. I haven't watched it, so it might be a sleeper. And it's an anime, so animes they got some really good animation quality over there.
Yeah.
Which,
by the way,
Steven
one of
Universe,
So
So
all right.
I'm excited to check out that Samurai Champloo and see what it's about.
So all right, but yeah, so another 4 shows. So we got all right. Time is up here.
Steven Universe is on multiple platforms too.
All right. Multiple
It's on Hulu
platforms,
and,
you said?
Disney Plus.
It's on Disney Plus?
Yeah, and on Hulu.
Okay. All right. So, Samurai
So Google.
Champloo, Wild West Cowboys of Moo Mesa, Steven Universe, and Inuyasha. Which Inuyasha can actually be found on Amazon Prime. I saw it yesterday.
Nice.
I was just goofing around seeing like what's all available on Amazon Prime because they've updated their library. Thank God.
About
and-
time.
Yeah, and Inuyasha is one of the shows that is on there that you can watch on Amazon Prime.
It's a great anime. It's definitely worth checking out.
Yeah. So, all right. That is Mike Burns' team in the Animated Anarchy series. So now, coming up, let's see who else. I don't know how he's necessarily going to feel. Because, again, he wanted Batman in South Park so bad. But he didn't get it. All right. Another gentleman that I work with, Blaine Zavala. His brother Jordan had his team drafted several weeks ago, or during one of the episodes that we did. I don't know. We've done so many.
You said Dwayne?
Blaine. Blaine. Yeah. Or just look up musician David Blaine and just spell it however they spell it.
Okay.
All right. So let's go ahead and see what he's going to get. Start the clock and start the spins. 92 cartoons left on the wheel from the original 244. All right. He's starting off with an anime, which is going to make his brother very happy. Dan da Dan. That's how you pronounce it, right, Dave?
Dan to Dan. Yep.
Okay. All right. That is the first one for Blaine Zavala in the Animated Anarchy series. Dan da Dan. Should be easy to remember. All right. Second up is going to be not Batman the Animated Series, but a Batman show. Batman Beyond. All right, Dan to Dan, Batman Beyond. I could really screw with some people here and say that Batman had been taken. You were going to say what?
I was going to suggest that.
Yeah. All right.
I was going to suggest you do that.
We'll see. All right, Batman Beyond has been taken. So Dan to Dan, Batman Beyond. His third draw is going to be.
Unless he gets Batman here.
He's not gonna. Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yep, that's an anime.
Well, I know it's an anime, Dave. I was hoping that you would, if you would correct me, if I said it wrong.
No, you did. You said it pretty well.
All right, cool. All right, I'm starting to actually get good at pronouncing these animes. All right, Dan to Dan, Neon Genesis Evangelion, and Batman Beyond, and now the fourth draw for Blaine Zavala in the Animated Anarchy series. An animated series, but not Batman the Animated Series, Mr. Bean the Animated Series. So Blaine Zavala's draws are Neon Genesis Evangelion, Dan to Dan, Batman Beyond, and Mr. Bean the Animated Series. All right. 2 minutes and 30 seconds, gentlemen, to discuss this. How do we feel?
I feel like it's a okay draw. It's a okay lot of picks. Neon Genesis is set in the year 2015, 15 years after a global catastrophe known as the Second Impact, and it follows a teenager who summons the city of Tokyo 3 by his estranged father. And then yeah, so like there's some angels and stuff that threatens humanity, and they got to work on fighting that. And then Dan, it's a couple of classmates who believe in ghosts and aliens, and then they try to prove each other wrong and encounter like paranormal entities, and they awaken some latent powers and battle them.
Okay.
Those paranormal entities and supernatural threats.
All right. So, all right. Couple, those two along with Mr. Bean the animated series, which I have never seen before, so I'm kind of looking forward to this. And Batman Beyond, which is the Bruce Wayne is an old man. He recruits a new Batman. So we got that. All right, Shawn, Eric, what do we think here?
I like Batman Beyond.
Just looking at it, I think Batman Beyond is probably the most recognized one.
I thought Batman Beyond was pretty cool.
Okay. All right, so Neon Genesis Evangeline, Batman Beyond, probably going to be the two front runners. We would probably think, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think his weakest
Would
one
you
would
say
probably be
Mr.
Mr. Bean.
Bean would be the sleeper?
I mean, we'd have to watch to find out.
I think
could
his
say that.
I think
I'll
his
say that. Even though I've never watched it, but
his anime picks are pretty solid.
Okay. I mean, again, Batman Beyond, pretty good. We don't know about Mr. Bean, the animated series. That could be the wild card. I mean, we have our own wild card on the show and Dave, but...
Yes, sir.
All right. 5 minutes are up. And then... All right, so we got Dan, Batman Beyond. I'll tell you, anybody that I work with that is listening to this right now probably did a certain number to their shorts when they saw that Batman popped up. But knowing that it's a different Batman, they might be okay. But all right, so Blaine Zavala's got Dan, Batman Beyond, Neon Genesis Evangeline, and Mr. Bean the animated series. Those are his picks. And then the next person we are going to draw for, this will be the fifth person tonight here for the animated Anarchy series. Let's see. All right, Eric, you might have to clench them cheeks.
Kelly? No.
Karen, your former boss, Karen Bianco.
Oh.
So we'll see who she gets. I'm going to write her name down here. We'll go to the timer. We'll get the wheel back on my full screen. Start her up. 5 minutes have started, and let's get a draw here. And we have Karen Bianco's first draw for the animated Anarchy series. She's going to like this, I think. The Pink Panther Show. One of the more classic shows on this deal. Pink Panther Show. I think she's going to like this.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can be found on Amazon, by the way. All right, next up. Action League Now, which is a stop-motion animation. And from what I remember, a very stupid one. So, and it is available on Paramount Plus. We'll talk about that more in a few minutes. So, all right, Pink Panther Show, Action League Now. And let's go ahead and Battle of the Planets. Another older show. The Pink Panther Show, Battle of the Planets. Action League now. Those are Karen Bianco's picks. And let's go and let's get her a fourth one. And it's going to be an anime redo of Healer. So, all right. Redo of Healer. Battle of the Planets. Pink Panther show. And Action League now. All right, gentlemen, we got 3 minutes and 12 seconds to discuss this. How do we feel?
Not bad.
I like it.
Redo a Healer is different. I think it could be a little sleeper in this category, but not bad. Not bad picks in general for this.
I think Pink Panther is my top pick.
All right, I'm going to agree with that, and I think she will too. So her fire won't go so far up. Her foot won't go so far up Eric's backside.
Let me send it to her.
I mean, if you want her to know what her team is, yeah. I would recommend it. All right. So, yeah.
But Redo Healer is it's pretty much a person who is subjugated to constant abuse because of his class, and he's a powerful healer, but he's treated more as like a tool, and exploited because of that, and he discovers like his healing magic enhanced by like a philosopher's stone, and allows him to manipulate time, and he goes back to the past. So that's what that's kind of about. Pretty interesting.
Right. All right. Action League now. So, Action League now, Battle of the Planet. Now, Battle of the Planets is kind of an older show from what I remember. I don't think I've ever, if I've seen an episode, it hasn't been years. Action League now, like I said, not necessarily, I mean, stop motion animation, and it was kind of funny, but also it's on a list that I sent you guys a few weeks ago of the top 10 animated shows that rotted our brains in the 90s. And this was pretty high up on the list. So,
yeah.
All right. Shawn, you think Pink Panther is the top draw?
Yeah,
He seems happy.
that was a good one. I like that show a lot. It was pretty funny.
Yeah. All right. Eric, you said she's okay with it?
Yep. She said, "Oh yeah, oh yay." Or
All right, cool.
YA.
Well, obviously she's happy about Pink Panther, I think.
yeah.
All right, so we think that this is like Pink Panther is really going to be the one that I mean, Dave, you said redo of Healer could be a sleeper.
Yep. I think you guys might find that pretty interesting and might like it.
Yeah. So, all right.
It's a little different,
Yeah.
Instead of like, high intense battles, it's more like, healing and more like a drama type.
A lot of the shows on this draft board are a little bit different. So we're looking at a lot of but they're different, they're unique. So we'll see exactly how it goes. Timer is up, but Karen Bianco will have the Pink Panther show, which I think is going to be
She only knows Pink Panther.
that I can believe. Let's see. So Pink Panther Action League now, which I haven't seen an episode in years because it was one of those shows that kind of rotted my brain a little bit. I thought it was so dumb. But we'll see how it does. And again, like we said earlier, it's really going to depend on what the matchup is. But Dave also brought up the point that it's going to depend on what the categories are.
Yep.
So, all right. So,
The categories used to get unlucky and lose.
huh?
Depending on the categories that you get randomly, you could lose.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so for Karen Bianco, it's Pink Panther Show, Action League Now, redo of Healer, and Battle of the Planets. All right, next up, this will be I believe, the sixth person we draw for tonight. Unless my math is completely screwed
No,
up.
it's 6.
We're on number 6 now.
Yep. Because I'm writing it. I'm sending it to the group, to the boys. So.
Okay, cool. All right. All right, the next person up, another person from my place of employment. We have Anthony Visco. Of course, Anthony is part of this. He is actually his brother, Nick, also in this, and Nick is waiting patiently himself, hoping. He's another one that has said, I want Batman, I want South Park.
What does Anthony want?
Same thing. He wanted Simpsons and SpongeBob too, but when I told him he couldn't get them, I mean, he seemed okay. So, all right. So we'll go ahead. We'll start the timer, and we'll start the spin. Anthony Visco's team in the Animated Anarchy series. It's going to be the first one. Is The Promised Neverland. So start off with an anime. All right. Starts off with an anime. The Promised Neverland. And now we have...
That part.
All right, this one is an underrated one because it's got a very memorable theme song, Inspector Gadget. So The Promised Neverland,
Yep.
Inspector Gadget. Those are his first two. And up next, we are going to add to his division. We are adding Devilman Crybaby. So another anime. Another anime off the board here. Devilman Crybaby alongside Inspector Gadget and The Promised Neverland. So, all right, his fourth draw. Let's see how good it is. Another anime, Ace of the Diamond. So we have Ace of the Diamond, Devilman Crybaby, Inspector Gadget, The Promised Neverland. All right, Dave, you might be dominating this conversation here. If you're still there.
Yes,
I know
sir.
I know a little bit about Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched it a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
Dave, tell us a little bit about the three animes.
Yep. So the Promised Neverland. It's kind of in a strange world with like different species. There was an agreement called the Promise between like the humans and the demons. So they were trying to like set up like their own worlds together type deal. So it's kind of based upon that type of deal. And then Devil's Crybaby. It's follows Akira, who transforms into the Devil Man after merging with the demon Amon. This occurs when his childhood friend Rio reveals the existence of demons, and their plan was to reclaim the world from humanity.
Okay. And then,
So he pretty much fights to protect humanity from a demonic invasion. So that's pretty much what that's about.
and then
Ace of the Diamond, it was the one that was picked.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so that follows a gifted baseball player. It's about baseball. It's an anime about baseball.
Oh,
Cool.
Sweet. Yeah, that was the one I said, right, Eric? Because you're writing everything down.
yeah.
Yep. All right. So, all right. So, three animes and Inspector Gadget. How do we feel?
I haven't
see
seen any
Inspector
others, so
Gadget.
I would say Inspector Gadget would be my top pick for that
All right.
that group.
All right.
Okay, well,
Wild card?
I think he's got some pretty nice animes here. Don't sleep on that baseball anime either. I mean, it's a little different because it's like a sports anime, but they're pretty
I think I
interesting,
like
and
that.
they have some cool like scenes, like you know, yeah, it's pretty interesting. Give it a watch. Um, I haven't watched Promise Neverland, so I can't say too much about that. But Devilman's Crybaby is pretty interesting and a little gruesome. So just be wary of
Where,
that.
where can you find Ace of Diamond?
You can find that on Crunchyroll.
All right. Well, Ace of Diamond, obviously, that's up Eric's alley because it's baseball.
Or you could find it on the internet. The archives.
You can find it somewhere.
Yep.
All right. So it's probably between. I mean, Dave says don't sleep on Ace of the Diamond. We know Inspector Gadget, or at least some of us know Inspector Gadget and know enough that it could be good. So it's a toss-up between those two.
Everybody knows the song.
Yeah. All right. So Anthony Visco has The Promised Neverland, Inspector Gadget, Devilman Crybaby, and Ace of the Diamond. That
Does
is.
he know any of them?
Does he know any of them? Probably not.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he does, but that doesn't mean anything. All right, so the next draw number 7 for tonight. And by the way, this is going by as fast as I wanted it to go. So this is draw number 7. We are 47 minutes into the program.
They're pretty much the same pace.
Yeah.
As usual.
Yeah, but we are also getting, also going the 90 minutes, and I want to go to tonight will be pretty pretty good. We'll get at least a few in. All right, Dave, this one, huh?
I think we can get to 15.
We'll see. All right, Dave, this one is important to you. It's your Uncle Joe.
Okay.
Joe Arbisek. So, all right.
Let's see what he gets.
All right. Now, is he an anime fan?
Oh, yeah. He's watched some animes for sure.
Okay. All right, good. So it runs in the family. All right. We'll start the timer up.
He's a big Dragon Ball fan for sure.
I think there still is a Dragon Ball on here. Well, all right, so his first draw is going to be Gravity Falls. Gravity Falls, a Disney program. So that is his first.
Why do I feel like we watched that before?
We haven't, but it is kind of newer, but not really. So, all right, we'll get Gravity Falls out there. Yeah. All right, second one up for Joe Arbisek, Dave's Uncle Joe.
Let's get it.
Coming up. All right, Kim Possible.
Ooh.
So,
know that one.
Yep.
Uncle Joe's getting the Disney shows. Is he a Disney fan too, or?
I'm not too sure if he's a Disney fan. I would have to ask him. He might like a couple shows here and there, but I don't know if he's a true Disney fan.
Okay. All right. His third one up is going to be, all right, it is Dragon Raja. So Dragon Raja is off the board. That is Joe Arbisek's third pick for the Animated Anarchy series. And now we have coming up number 4, his last one. All right, Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling. The legendary Hulk Hogan, of course, passed away just on Thursday.
R.I.P.
All right.
R.I.P. So I'm very happy that this cartoon has been taken off the board. All right, but Dave's Uncle Joe Arbisek, has Gravity Falls, Kim Possible, Dragon Raja, and Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling. All right.
Was he a Hulk Hogan fan, Dave?
Impossible is a very, very good
I'm not
draw.
sure if he's a Hulk Hogan fan. I know he watched a little bit of wrestling, because we watched it together. But I wasn't a fan of wrestling during Hulk Hogan's age.
Okay.
You know, so I'm not too sure. That was kind of a little bit before my time. Hulk Hogan was.
Right.
So I'm not too sure.
All right. How will he feel about Dragon Raja?
He might like that one. It's pretty much based on a college kid. He discovers a hidden world where humans with dragon blood called hybrids fight against ancient dragons who seek to dominate the world once more. So that's kind of what that's about. It's got some pretty good scenes. It's got some nice animation quality. It's definitely a good pick.
Okay. All right. So Gravity Falls, Kim Possible, Dragon Raja, Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling. Shawn, you said that Kim Possible is probably the best pick, right?
Yep.
All right. If anybody else want to either agree or disagree with that?
I'm gonna think Dragon
No,
Raja
I
is gonna
100%
take that.
agree, Shawn.
I think
Alright,
Dragon
so-
Raja is taking it.
All right. So you say, well, I mean, again, Dave, you're supposed to put over the anime. That's why I brought you here. All right. So Eric and Shawn think Kim Possible. Dave thinks Dragon Raja. Can't really count out Gravity Falls. We'll see how well that does. Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling. We'll see how that does. We don't know until we start watching and what the categories are and who the matchup is against. So,
Yep, exactly.
but right now, from just looking at it on paper, or not necessarily on paper, but on screen, it's probably going to come down between Kim Possible and Dragon Raja.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but it's going to depend, again, matchups and categories, and then we'll see. Like if they have to face each other in a divisional round to see who wins the division, it's going to depend on, the categories are really what's going to decide it.
Okay.
As Dave brought up. Earlier.
Sure.
All right. So we'll move on to draw number 8 for the animated Anarchy series. We've gone through 7 so far. And let's see who number 8 is going to be. Batman the Animated Series and South Park are still up on the board. All right. Another gentleman that I work with, Will Penn. Will Penn, who, again, my brother and I work with him, so we'll see. I know what he would like. He would like X-Men, the animated series. But we'll see. There's 76 options still to choose from, gentlemen. Well, let's go ahead.
And there's 18 left, right?
Huh?
That's here. 18 left?
Whatever the number is. All right. Start the draw. Yeah, he's the 8th person we're drawing for tonight, so there's... Oh, here we go. Rick and Morty.
Ooh.
He's starting off hot.
Yep. Definitely starting off hot.
All right, Rick and Morty off the board. All right, and we have coming up next, gonna be an anime. Dave, can you pronounce that for me, please?
Kanelchi.
Kanolchi.
Kanchi. I'm not entirely sure. I
It
haven't
sounds
watched this one
Japanese.
myself.
Sounds like a condiment. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. That's just exactly what it sounds like. All right. So right now, Will Penn has Rick and Morty and Kenelchi. And his third draw is going to be Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, the animated series. So, all right. So far, Rick and Morty, Kenelchi, and Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, the animated series. And now, for his fourth draw, for Will Penn in our animated Anarchy series, he's got the Angry Beavers.
Nice.
So he didn't get what he wanted. But he's got Rick and Morty, Kenelchi, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and the Angry Beavers. All right, we got 2 minutes and 40 seconds to discuss this. How do we feel?
Oh, obviously, Rick and Morty is probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Rick and Morty takes
Yeah.
I was just gonna
division.
say, like,
Morty.
that's probably the big one, right?
I would assume
Yep.
so.
Yep.
All right, so that's the easiest discussion to have.
Yeah.
All right, and by the way, just so we know, there's 72 cartoons left on the board. Batman the Animated Series and South Park are still 2 of them. Batman the Animated Series, a cartoon that won the Cartoon Classic, and South Park, of course, one of still the top animated shows to this day.
If not,
But all right, so Ace Ventura, Pet Detective, and Angry Beavers are 2 interesting ones because they're kind of dumb, but they are entertaining.
Okay.
So we'll see how they match up with some of these other shows. But I'm gonna agree with you guys and say that probably Rick and Morty is what he's coming in. I mean, he started off hot, kind of tapered off a little bit, but Rick and Morty, I think, is going to be that's like his top pick.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
So
I like that pick.
Ace Ventura: Pet Detective can be found on Amazon Prime. Angry Beavers can be found on Paramount Plus. Rick and Morty, of course. Rick and Morty can be found on Hulu and Disney Plus. Dave, we got about 40 seconds. You got anything on Kenelchi for us?
So it's just a kid pretty much driven by his desire to become stronger to protect himself. A mysterious transfer student with remarkable martial arts skills, pretty much. He does martial arts in a dojo, and yeah, it's kind of, it reminds me a lot of like Samurai Kid, a little bit.
All right,
but
very
in
good.
an animation.
All right. All right. So time up. So Will Penn has Rick and Morty, Kenelchi, Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, and the Angry Beavers. So we have gone through 8. We're going to number 9. Now, is everybody good to go another half hour?
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Very good. All right. Number 9 is going to be. All right. We had Karen Bianco earlier. Now we have her daughter-in-law, Kathy Bianco. So the last member of the Bianco family that has to be drawn here. So, all right. Let's not waste any time. Let's head to the board. Or head to the wheel. Start the clock. and start the draws. 72 shows left. Quite a bit still to choose from. All right, this one's underrated. I posted this on this about this on Facebook earlier when I promoted the program. I do think that this is a underrated show. Dino Saucers. You can find it on YouTube. I personally happen to like it. I mean, that doesn't mean that it's good, but I would say that this could be this is an underrated pick. Next up, her second pick. She's already got Dino Saucers. Kathy Bianco. Biker Mice from Mars was in the animated. Was in the cartoon classic. Got swept by Ninja Turtles in the first round of the tournament. So, as long as it doesn't go against Ninja Turtles, it might be okay, but we'll see. So, Dino Saucers, Biker Mice from Mars can both be found on YouTube. All right, Kathy Bianco's third pick for the animated Anarchy series. All right. We've been waiting all night, and we've been waiting all night for it to get picked.
South Park.
South Park is off the board. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to be crying. However, Kathy Bianco with a pretty solid pick here.
Yep.
Probably right now the favorite. All right, let's see what she gets last. Her fourth and final pick. And
Batman.
it's gonna not even close. Hunter x Hunter.
Ooh,
Hunter x Hunter.
All right.
that's a good one to get.
All right, so she started off with a underrated pick, went to we'll see how well it works out for her pick, and probably ended up with two good ones at the end. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think Hunter x Hunter is gonna dominate her division.
Over South Park?
No, I think South
Yep.
Park is gonna take.
It depends.
Yeah,
It
South Park all the
depends. It depends on what the categories are, though. Like if it comes down to like animation quality and whatnot, Hunter x Hunter is gonna kill it in that park.
Again,
South Park, but South Park is probably more famous, though. So I'd give it that. Like they definitely have their ups and downs on like pros and cons up against each other. So that it's gonna be a tough one, but I give the edge to Hunter x Hunter for sure.
Well, yeah, and we expect that, and that's okay. Now, we don't even know, again, depending on what they're matched up against, depending on what the categories are, we're saying that these are the two front runners. South Park could have easier opponents than Hunter x Hunter could.
True.
All right. We don't actually know, because we don't know what the matches are yet. I'm still kind of waiting before I really say anything about that. But, right now, these are the two front runners. South Park, I think, is one of the favorites to win this thing. But Hunter x Hunter, we'll see how they do. All right? These two could end up having completely different records.
Yep.
Yep.
But we'll see. But so Shawn thinks it's going to be South Park. I kind of agree with that. But again, I'm not judging. I just host this thing.
I think it's gonna be South Park.
All right. Well, we'll see. I mean, Hunter x Hunter could be a lot better than what we think.
Yeah.
And when I say we, I mean the three of us, because obviously Dave's putting it over. Like South Park ain't worth a word I'm not going to say because it is a family show.
No, South Park's funny, but I mean,
compared to Hunter x Hunter, you would take Hunter x Hunter over
yeah,
South Park.
I'd prefer to watch Hunter x Hunter, yeah,
Right.
over South Park for sure.
Yeah.
Any day of the week.
Yeah. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that.
I just really, if you're really into like action and some cool battle scenes and stuff, Hunter x Hunter is where it's at.
All right. So now, that was draw number 9. Kathy Bianco has Dino Saucers, Biker Mice from Biker Mice from Mars. I've been talking all day. South Park and Hunter x Hunter. We think it's going to come down to South Park and Hunter x Hunter. That is another argument for another day. That's another argument for when we have to do the divisional matchups. So, all right. Coming up, number 10. The 10th person that is going to have a draw here. Another person from my place of employment, Will Sharkey. So, all right. So I'm really knocking out the people. I'm not. I mean, in a figurative sense, not literal, because I would never hit any of these people. But Will Sharkey is going to have his team drawn here in the Animated Anarchy series. 68 to go. South Park's off the board. Batman's still on there. X-Men's still on there. We still have some animes on there. Family Guy is still there. The Jetsons, American Dad, Thundercats, Codename Kids Next Door. But we're going to start. Huh?
Family Guy.
Yeah. I said Family Guy.
Oh.
So, all right. We got the clock started. We got the wheel started. And we've got Blue Exorcist.
Okay.
Will Sharkey's first pick for the Animated Anarchy series is Blue Exorcist. Of course, an anime. Not really a lot of animes have come off. I mean, a few have come off the board tonight, but I think there's still quite a few on there. Although I'm not. Well, another one's coming off. The Rising of the Shield Hero. So, another anime off the board. The Rising of the Shield Hero, along with Blue Exorcist. Will Sharkey's first 2 picks in the Animated Anarchy series. And now we're going to see what his third one is. He knows nothing about anime, so it'll be funny if all of his picks were anime. They're not. Double Dragon, famous video game that was turned into a cartoon back in the 90s. So that is his third pick. And up next we have oh boy, Mighty Ducks the Animated Series, a Disney cartoon that is based off the Mighty Ducks movies, except for the fact that instead of it being about kids, it's about alien hockey-playing ducks. So, all right, Blue Exorcist, The Rising of the Shield Hero, Double Dragon, and Mighty Ducks the Animated Series. All right, gentlemen, we got 2.5 minutes to discuss this. What do we think? How do we feel? What do we hate? What do we like?
I like his anime picks on this one for sure. Blue Exorcist is pretty good anime. It follows the son of Satan. Sorry. And so he vows to become an exorcist to defeat his father. So it's pretty much the son of Satan trying to go annihilate his father, which is pretty cool to watch.
Okay.
I haven't watched The Rising of the Shield Hero, but I heard it's pretty interesting. So it's about a hero that uses a shield, obviously, and he's labeled the weakest due to his lack of offensive capabilities. So he faces like betrayal and discrimination, pretty much making him an outcast. So he's forced to train alone and become he tries to protect the kingdom on his own and embarks on a journey.
Okay. All right. So we got the. All right. So what's the favorite? What's the sleeper? What's gonna suck?
Ooh,
I only know
sleeper.
Mighty Ducks, so I'm gonna say Mighty Ducks.
I don't know.
I think the sleeper's going to be Shield Hero, and I think the one to take this is definitely going to be Blue Exorcist.
Okay. It's funny. Again, this is what you're saying. You are on here to put over the anime, but you've never really seen Rising of the Shield Hero. But you're just like, oh, it's anime. It's got to go over.
No, I just think it's going to be a sleeper because I've heard some good things about it, so I'm excited to get my eyes on that one and give it a look.
Yeah,
I've watched Blue Exorcist, so I know what that's about, and
right,
it's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not discounting that. I'm just saying is that, like, again, because it's anime, and this is another thing. Nobody should sleep on, unless we know for sure. Nobody should sleep on any of the shows that we're talking about. I get it. For sure. Anime fans, cartoon fans, adult animated fans, I understand that that's what we like. But we all also have to go into this with eyes of, okay, if it's good, we have to admit that it's good.
100%.
So, like, yes, we might think that something could be a favorite, but it may not end up being that way.
Oh, for sure.
So it's just, we have to go into this with open minds, obviously. But I mean, Blue Exorcist, it sounds interesting to me.
Yeah, it's definitely worth to watch.
I don't get a vote in this, but I'm interested, and I'm just interested to watch everything too.
For sure, it's exciting.
All right, so now we have 64 cartoons remain on the wheel, and we've drafted what? We drafted 10 so far, heading into number 11, and we are going with Jimmy Morrison, another person from my place of work. So he is coming up. We haven't. Dave's sister hasn't had her team drawn yet, and my sister hasn't had her team drawn yet. So I just find that kind of interesting.
Yes, kind of funny.
Yeah. All right, so start her up, and then we're going to go ahead and start the draws for Jimmy Morrison for the Animated Anarchy series.
Bluey? Oh.
Codename Kids Next Door. Almost Bluey.
Ooh,
that's a good show right there.
I liked that growing up.
Yep.
That show.
So, all right, Codenames Kids Next Door is the first one off the board for Jimmy Morrison for the Animated Anarchy series. I think it's a very underrated one. Obviously, some of my cohorts also agree with that.
100%.
Yeah.
Definitely underrated.
And now we got... The wheel just basically went all the way around and then just stopped. The Care Bears. Now, the Care Bears are probably more known for the Care Bears movie, and they were basically a toy line that got turned into a TV show.
Yep.
No.
I remember, because I have a little brother and sister, so I remember watching a little bit of the cartoon growing up.
Yeah. So, all right. Not a lot of episodes, but there was several different versions of it too. All right, but that is Jimmy Morrison's second pick. His third, we are in Dave's wheelhouse. It is Fate Zero.
Okay.
So, all right. Codename Kids Next Door, the Care Bears, Fate Zero. And up next, we have American Dad.
Dang.
Nice.
All right. So, his shows for Jimmy Morrison and the Animated Anarchy series are as follows: Codename Kids Next Door, The Care Bears, Fate Zero, American Dad. All right, gentlemen, we have 2.5 minutes to discuss this. What do we like? What do we hate? How do we feel? What's underrated? What's going to do good? What's not going to do good? All of the above, the same stuff I've been asking you for the last hour and 15 minutes.
That's
I'm
probably
caught
one of the
between.
strongest teams.
I'm
so
caught
far.
between. Yeah, I don't. It's hard for me to put one over the other on this one. Especially with Fate Zero and American Dad. Like, I think those two are going to be heavy hitters.
All right. Shawn, what
I
did you
think Cool
say?
Kids are probably sleeper.
I said this is probably one of the stronger teams, or the strongest team that we drafted tonight.
Okay. I mean, it's strong as in like probably anybody can win the division.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is a
Yeah.
good division for
If
sure.
I had to pick one out of the four, it would probably be Kids Next Door.
Kids Next Door, yeah. I loved that show growing up, dude.
Yeah.
That's it.
All right. So we have a division that anybody can win because that they're good.
Yep.
So all right. Anybody else got anything else they want to say about this? Because we still have like a minute left on the clock.
Fate Zero is about like mages, like 7 mages known as the Master Summon Servants, reincarnations of legendary heroes to battle to the death for a chance to win the Holy Grail, a wish granting artifact. So it's pretty much like a tournament between these magicians to battle for this artifact so they can make a wish.
Okay. All right. Let's see how much. All right. We got about 30 seconds. Anybody else want to add anything here?
I'm hunting a fly, so no.
All right.
Kid Next Door, I think, is going to be a sleeper on this for sure.
Right.
I think this
Yeah.
this division's pretty good, so it's hard.
Code's Kids Next Door also ended in controversy, I believe.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you go in more depth on?
Because number one, apparently, like he had cancer, and the last episode where he's going up into space is actually him like dying.
Well, that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
All right. So now
Yeah.
time is up, and we can definitely fit one more in, but we're gonna try to do 2. So because there's 15 names left, I believe. All right. Next up, we're taking a break from drawing people from my work, and we're drawing somebody from Eric's work. Derek Elstrom. His mother's team was drafted earlier on. I mean, in a few episodes ago. But, all right. 60 cartoons remain. This wheel is starting to get bigger, or the names are starting to get bigger on the wheel because we're winding down. All right, Derek Elstrom's first pick for the Animated Anarchy series is going to be Amazing World of Gumball. Probably something I've never seen, but I've heard like people do talk good about it, so we'll see. All right, but that is his first pick. Second up, we've got. Let's see what we got here. High School of the Dead, an anime. So, all right. High School of the Dead off the board, along with An Amazing World of Gumball. And now we have Coming off the board, Josie and the Pussycats from the 70s. So I'm sure Derek's mother has watched this before. I don't think he has. But another Hanna-Barbera show. All right, that is 3. So Amazing World of Gumball, High School of the Dead, Josie and the Pussycats.
Yep.
Last up, he is going to get... All right. Alvin and the Chipmunks. The show from the 80s.
Probably the best one out of the team.
I'm gonna agree with that. I don't know if the other two are gonna or not, but all right. So he's got Amazing World of Gumball, High School of the Dead, Josie and
I
the
agree with that.
Pussycats. Huh?
I agree with Alvin and the Chipmunk.
All right.
It's gonna be that or High School of the Dead that are gonna, I think, take this.
All right.
High School of the Dead is just okay. So it starts off in a high school. These kids are in class and whatnot, and the zombie apocalypse kind of breaks out. They just think it's going on at their school and whatnot. So you got quite a few episodes of them trying to get out of the school, save their friends, and fight off these zombies. And then they get out of the school basically and realize that it's more than just the school. And then, yeah, pretty much a zombie apocalypse, but anime style.
All right. So we think. All right. So we've got a minute and 54 seconds left on the clock here. So basically, it's either High School of the Dead or Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah.
That we think right now. Obviously, we could end up being wrong. We have to watch
sure.
it.
Could always be wrong.
Yeah. But all right, so this was a pretty. Anybody else got anything? Anybody got anything else they want to add to this?
No.
No.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to X the timer, and let's just because we've got about 8 minutes left here. I'm going to go ahead and let's just draw another name.
All right.
Okay.
Number 13.
All right, and by the way, there are 56 names left on the board. Or 56 cartoons left on the wheel. And here we go. My sister, Mindy Hummer.
Oh, nice.
This is going to get dangerous. May have to wear a cup next time I see her. All right. Mindy Hummer is up. She has been waiting impatiently herself for her team to get drawn. Although some of the shows she wanted on this board, I did not put on. Because they, in my opinion, they just didn't make the cut. And I forgot about them until after she said something. All right. Her first draw for the Animated Anarchy series, starting the clock as well. And we have Assassination Classroom.
Okay.
So Assassination Classroom, obviously. Let's see. Am I spelling this? Probably not. Nation Classroom. All right. It's her first pick off the board. It is an anime. And now let's go to the second one here. And she is going to get Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle, which is funny because the other day when I did my PSA and I drafted a couple teams, I picked her fiance, and he got Legend of Tarzan, so the other Tarzan cartoon. So, yeah, I had the same reaction, Eric, just now. I mean, I did it silently, but all right. Next up, she's gonna get the real Ghostbusters.
Okay.
They were part of the cartoon classic. They lost in the first round in the single elimination tournament round. In the first round, they lost to Pokemon, but this is one of my favorite shows, so we'll see how well it does for her. But we'll go. So now the fourth pick for Mindy Hummer in the Animated Anarchy series is going to be Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold. Off the board. All right, so she has Assassination Classroom, Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle, Real Ghostbusters, Hey Arnold. All right, we got about 2 minutes, 42 minutes to discuss this. That's what's left on the timer. How do we feel?
The last
Well, I
three
know Hey
picks,
Arnold
I think,
and
were very
Real good.
helpful.
Yep.
Hey Arnold, maybe.
Well, there's
If it
one
was me,
division I
Hey
know
Arnold
at
would be
least
the
two.
top.
Assassination Classroom is a class
I'm
of
gonna say
junior high
Real
school
Ghostbusters.
students tasked with assassinating their superpowered teacher,
Okay.
who threatens to destroy Earth within a year if they don't succeed. So that's what Assassination Classroom is about.
All right. So, what's the sleeper? What's the favorite?
Real Ghostbusters is the favorite.
Hey Arnold, sleeper.
All right.
I think Assassination Classroom will be a sleeper in this.
Well,
I don't think it's gonna compete for the top spot, but it's gonna be tough because you got the Real Ghostbusters in there, and that's a real good show.
yeah.
I think Tarzan's gonna be sleeper.
Tarzan's a good one too. Yeah,
All right.
Can we do one more?
This is good.
You want to do one more?
To end at 14.
All right. Anybody else got anything they want to say about this division?
No.
All right. We'll do one more. So then this will be what, 14 that we've done tonight?
Yep.
Yeah, something like
And
that.
we'll have 12 left. No, 14. No. We'll have
All
12
right.
left.
We're going to end with another person from work. She is the secretary at the shop, Rose Stranahan. We'll draw her team. This will be the last one we do tonight. I'll do another PSA this week, try to get another couple out of the way. And then next week, we should finish this thing. And then we can start talking about what matches are going to be coming.
Yep.
All right. 52 left to go. So, so 52 left to go. So after her, we still have 12 teams that we still have to draft for.
Yep.
Okay.
All
That's a
right.
good number. And then you can do 2 under PSA.
Yeah.
And we'll have 10 next week.
Beautiful. All right. Starting her up, and let's see what we got her. 52 left to choose from. Still a couple of big ones on there. The biggest one being Batman.
The champions.
Black Clover. Black Clover. Ooh. First one for Rose Stranahan.
That's a hell of a pick.
All right. So we already know what the favor is right now for Dave.
I've watched all of that, and that's an impeccable show.
All right. Well, that's good news for Rose. All right. Her second one is going to be Death Note. Another anime.
Oh my god. They're getting some good ones.
All right. 2 anime off the board. She is not an anime fan, so she knows nothing about these, but she can only go by Dave's word. Her third pick is Bob the Builder, which is a good show for anybody under the age of 3.
I was gonna say, isn't this a kid show?
Yeah. All right. And Rose's last pick, she's already got Black Clover, Death Note, Bob the Builder, and now she's going to end with... She's ending strong. The Bugs Bunny Show.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I think Black Clover takes this division, and Death Note's going to be a sleeper
All
in
right.
this. Death Note is based on a high school student, Light Yagami, discovers a supernatural notebook called the Death Note that allows him to kill anyone whose name he writes in it, provided also he knows their face. So if he knows what their face looks like and knows their name, he can write their name in the book and it kills them. Now, Black
Was the last
Clover.
one Bugs Bunny?
Yeah. The Bugs Bunny Show.
Black Clover, it follows where people were born with the ability to use magic, but the story follows Asta, a person who doesn't have any magical power, and he's given a rare grimoire, which is a book, but it grants him anti-magic abilities, and so he joins like these mages called the Black Bulls, trying to become the next Wizard King, and it has really, really cool battle scenes and has a pretty decent story arc. Once you get past like the first couple episodes, it really starts to pop off.
All right. So Black Clover, Death Note, Bob the Builder, The Bugs Bunny Show. All right. And Dave, you said that Black Clover is going to be the one to take it, or did you say Death Note?
Black Clover, 100%. 100%.
All right. So
I'm gonna say Bugs Bunny.
Dave is discounting Bugs Bunny. You know,
Yeah, Black Clover is about to use his anti-magic power and slay Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. Bugs Bunny, who was voted by Watch Mojo as the greatest cartoon character of all time. Dave says, screw him. He's not an anime. Black Clover is. So that's why Black Clover gets Dave's vote as to who's going to win the division. What do you two think?
Bugs Bunny. That's the only one. That's the only one I know.
I would say Bugs Bunny or Death Note.
Okay. I mean, we'll find out. But I mean, they're all. I mean, I'm going to take Dave's word on. I mean, I'm not going to take Dave's word that Black Clover is better than Bugs Bunny because I don't know that for sure. I'd have to watch it before I can form an opinion on it. But I know the Bugs Bunny Show, and Bugs Bunny is an all-time classic. But we'll see if Black Clover and Death Note can match up. Again, depends on the matchups, depends on the categories. So we don't know for sure. We think we know, but
yeah,
we don't.
But it all depends.
Yeah,
it all.
But
depends.
I mean, it's a lot of good stuff for us to watch, and a lot of good stuff came off the board. All right, from what we've drawn tonight, what as far as divisions go, who's got the strongest division and who got the best draw?
Ooh. I'd have to say Jimmy.
I would say
strongest group.
As far as like a group of 4.
Yeah, I think Kathy B getting South Park was huge.
I'm gonna say Kathy or Jimmy.
All right,
Copycat.
How long have you done a show with him, and you're just figuring this out?
I'm gonna say either this Rose with Black Clover and Death Note and Bugs Bunny might be the top one, or I mean, yeah, maybe Rose.
All right. I mean, I'm going to agree. I mean, again, as far as like a strong like team, again, this isn't necessarily a team competition. Everybody's going at it for themselves, but as far as having good chances to win, you know.
Yeah, my pick would be Rose and this draft lot that we just picked.
Yeah.
If I was to pick.
Yeah. I mean, Jimmy's got a good team.
For sure.
I do think Kathy Bianco has a good team. Dinosaurs is underrated. Biker Mice from Mars, if they're given a fair shot, they're underrated. South Park and Hunter x Hunter. I mean, we could debate which one is better to the end of time, and if they end up winning, if they end up having identical records, then we are going to have to talk about that.
Yeah.
But that's going to, huh?
It'd be a great talk.
Yeah. It'd be a loud one, I think.
Hey, just because we're passionate about
that's what I'm saying. It's the passion. We're not necessarily going to get angry about this. But
we just have feelings,
Yeah. Now, I will say, and then we will get out of here because we are an hour and a half in, so we're not going to draft any more tonight. We have 12 left. I'll try to do 2, maybe 3 if I can fit them in during the week when I do a PSA, and then we'll finish it off next week, and then I'll start announcing what matches we're going to do. But, all right, so here's what we have left on the board, and I'm going to take some of the more – probably some of the more known ones. You guys may know them, you may not. But we still have Tasmania on here, Johnny Quest, Rocky and Bullwinkle, Goof Troop, the Smurfs, Mask, which is actually the shirt I'm wearing right now. The Tick, My Hero Academia, which, Dave, I don't know, would you say that's probably one of the bigger animes still left on here?
Oh, for sure. That's a huge anime.
All right. Afro Samurai, still on here. Parasite the Maxim, still on here. Sonic the Hedgehog, Batman the Animated Series has still yet to be drafted. Ren and Stimpy, Family Guy, The Jetsons, X-Men the Animated Series, Justice League, Futurama, Thundercats, Super Friends, Schoolhouse Rock, Pinky and the Brain, Fairly Odd Parents, Rocket Power, Magic School Bus, A Pup Named Scooby-Doo, Solo Leveling, Dragon Ball Z Kai, and Fire Force are among...
Dragon Ball Z Kai, oh man, don't sleep on that one either.
Right.
It's Dragon Ball.
Right, exactly. So there's still... of the 48, now again, I didn't read all 48, but
right,
those are probably the more well-known ones that are left, but they're still, the ones that I didn't read are also still very underrated themselves. But Dave, but Dragon Ball Z Kai and My Hero Academia, those are probably the 2 bigger animes left, right?
Yeah, I would believe so. Of the ones you just said, yeah.
So, all right, so we'll stop sharing that. We'll go back to this. All right, make sure you like and subscribe to When Tunes Combine YouTube channel. We will be back next Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We could probably knock these out within an hour and a half next week. And then we'll finally get to it, and then we'll finally start the series. Because I know we're all waiting with anticipation, especially with some of the cartoons some of the shows that have been drafted tonight. But so make sure you like and subscribe to the When Tunes Combine YouTube channel. Also, Wrestling Through the Years YouTube channel. This Friday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to do a tribute show to Hulk Hogan, who passed away on Thursday. We're going to be joined by former wrestler Rugged Rod Price, the California Stud. He's going to come on. He's going to, talk about Hulk Hogan a little bit. Being in the wrestling business, and be interested to hear how Hogan influenced his career, if at all. Also, check out the Stabcast with Daniel and Mindy tomorrow. Eric's Unscripted Sports Show. Check out Dave on Twitch at TCAX Godsend 95. Shawn on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube at TCAX Reaper.
Yep.
Also,
we'll be going live tonight.
Yeah.
All right, so
Rome Total War, or One Armed Robber.
Yeah. So, all right. So make sure you check that out. Make sure to check out Dizzle97, Daniel's YouTube channel for his gaming universe. And then, so we got 12 more to go. We're going to get it all done by next week, and then I'll start announcing some of the matches that we're going to have coming up.
Yeah.
So then we can start this thing and start the series and see how right we are about what's going to be a sleeper and what's not going to be a sleeper. Either how right we are or how wrong we are. But all right. So Dutchie, MoneyE, Shawn, Wildcard Dave, Eric, you'll take care of the shorts, please.
Yep.
All right. We'll see everybody next week.
Have a good
Bye,
night.
boys.
Roger that. Have a good night, guys.
You too.